you everyone for having me. It's a pleasure to be with you guys. So today I will be sharing one of my experience through the war that happens I believe 15 years ago. So after the war of 2003, I believe Iraqi people, they know what I'm talking about. A million of people were killed in Iraq because of the war. And because after the war, we had a lot of conflicts. So through the years, we had a lot of people who lost their life. I will tell you a story that happened in 2005 when I was pregnant with my first daughter. And I used to live away from my family and my family-in-law. And I remember at that time we had a curfew. So curfew, that means nobody can go outside for any reason after 8 p.m. So I remember one night my husband had a severe headache, and it was a serious headache. He was in a real pain. And to be honest, I didn't know what to do. I was a pregnant woman. There is a curfew outside. And at that time, we didn't have even cell phones, because I believe having cell phone is going to make things easy. I can call and ask for help. But having no cell phone, it makes it just it's only me, and I have to deal with that situation. So my husband called me. He said, please just get me any medication. I just want to I'm in a real pain. I rushed to the kitchen and I tried to find any pain relief, but unfortunately I couldn't find any. At that moment, I started thinking out of the box, as I didn't have that much options, So I found a piece of candy. I just crushed it to small pieces, and it was white. This is the good thing. I got a cup of water, and I ran to my husband, and I just told him, Habibi, get this pill and you'll feel better. He got it. And can you believe, within 10 minutes, he fell asleep. The second morning, I was checking on him, and he told me, after you gave me that pill, I felt good and I slept well. And at that moment, I started laughing, and I had just to tell him the truth, about what happened. Even though I had to spend some time working very hard to gain his trust again, but it worked that night. So I have learned from that experience that mental health impacts our life in any aspects. So imagine that what we believe in can change the way that we live and think and just react. That experience was an eye-opening for me, because I found out that how mental health is really important, and how we as people, we really need to be aware of that. I just want to share a few pictures with you guys in order to continue my story. So there we go. So in 2018, I mean, that incident, it was an eye-opening for me. So that's why I started being more interested to learn more about myself, my personality, my feeling, my thoughts. And I couldn't get the opportunity in Iraq to study anything about mental health, as it's something that there's stigma about, and people, they don't usually talk about it. So in 2018, I was chosen through to get I was chosen nationwide as a refugee community leader to get a training about mental health and leadership. And that training, it's all about providing mental health first aid training for refugees. So this training, it focuses on raising awareness and breaking the stigma about mental illness, especially among refugee communities. I started providing the training through my work, and that was 2019. for social workers and for people who works like with refugees. And also a year ago, I was featured on Chicago Tribune in an article about my work. So because I used like since I started, like I got the training, I started using my experience in order to inspire and help others in my community, definitely. And the end, it's okay if you don't feel okay, talk to someone you trust, you will get better halfway. And this is by me. Thank you so much for your time.